All right, so your company is getting serious about AI, right? That means you are staring down a massive decision. Do you build your own private cloud for it, or do you just stick with a public one? Look, this is a huge commitment either way with some really long-term consequences. In this explainer, we're going to break down a clear framework to help you make the right call. Okay, before we dive in, a quick but really important heads up. This is the final module, Module 15 of a 15-part tutorial. And what we're talking about here is an overview based on a comprehensive report from Virtualization Options LLC. This is all just general guidance, it comes with no warranty, and it's definitely not legal or financial advice. So it's super important that you discuss any of this with your own financial, technical, and legal pros before you take any action. And just remember, these modules, they only scratch the surface of what's in the full research report.
So, here we are at the big one, the high-stakes question that's probably keeping a lot of CTOs and IT leaders up at night. Do we build our own AI infrastructure from the ground up, or do we just rent capacity from a public cloud provider? And, this isn't just a tech question. It's a fundamental business decision that's going to affect your budget, your agility, and your competitive edge for years to come.
To help you tackle that question, we're going to walk through a simple 4-part framework. First, we'll make the case for private cloud. Then, we'll look at the challenges. After that, we'll get into how to calculate the true cost. And finally, we'll lay out a roadmap for how to actually pull it off.
First up, let's talk about the why. Why would any organization take on the massive job of building its very own dedicated AI infrastructure? Well, the reasons are actually pretty powerful, and they mostly come down to control and predictability.
So these advantages, they hit on some of the biggest headaches of using the public cloud. For starters, you get cost predictability. Imagine having stable operational costs instead of those wild, variable cloud bills that can just explode out of nowhere. Then there's performance. Your hardware is your hardware. You don't have to worry about noisy neighbors, other customers on the same platform, slowing you down. Third, and this one's a biggie for a lot of folks, is data sovereignty. If you're in an industry like healthcare or finance, you need physical control over your data to stay compliant. And finally, you get total flexibility to customize everything, building the exact setup you need with specialized gear.
Okay, so that all sounds pretty great, right? But of course, it's not that simple. Let's be real. Building your own cloud comes with a pretty hefty set of challenges. You've got to go into this with your eyes wide open. So let's flip the coin and look at the other side.
The first hurdle is the most obvious one, a massive upfront capital investment. We're talking a lot of cash for hardware and infrastructure. Then you've got the operational overhead. You need a skilled, dedicated team to manage, maintain, and secure this thing 24/7. And scaling up? It's not just a click of a button anymore. It takes months of planning. But maybe the toughest challenge of all is just trying to keep up with the insane pace of AI hardware innovation. It's a constant and very expensive race.
And this table just lays it all out perfectly, doesn't it? This is the core conflict. Every single advantage has a direct trade-off. You want those predictable costs? You've got to swallow that huge upfront expense. You want that killer, consistent performance? Well, that's going to require a lot of operational overhead. At the end of the day, it's a balancing act. You're weighing control against convenience and long-term savings against a big initial investment.
So with all these pros and cons swirling around, how on earth do you make a decision based on data instead of just a gut feeling? Well, you've got to run the numbers, and that means doing a full-blown total cost of ownership analysis. This is your financial litmus test.
Now, when we say total cost of ownership, or TCO, we mean everything. This goes way beyond the sticker price of the servers. It's a complete financial model that looks at every single cost tied to that infrastructure over its entire lifespan. A real TCO analysis breaks down into 3 buckets. First, there's CapEx, the obvious stuff like servers, networking, and the data center itself. Then you've got OpEx, all the ongoing costs like power, cooling, software licenses, and of course staff salaries. But here's the part people forget, the indirect costs. What's the cost of potential downtime? Or a security breach? What about the opportunity cost if your shiny new infrastructure can't keep up with the latest AI trends? You have to factor all of it in.
So, after you run all those numbers in your TCO analysis, you're probably going to find a critical tipping point. For those stable, predictable AI workloads, a private cloud usually starts making more financial sense once you hit a sustained utilization of around 30 to 40%. But why is that the magic number? Well, it's because at that point, you're using the gear you bought efficiently enough that the lower day-to-day operational costs start to really beat the expensive pay-as-you-go model of the public cloud.
Okay, so let's say you've done the TCO analysis, you've weighed all the trade-offs, and you've decided, yep,
Building a private or hybrid cloud is the right move for us. What now? You can't just flip a switch without causing total chaos. You need a clear, phased roadmap.
The smart way to do this is to break it down into 5 manageable steps. You start with assessment, finalizing your TCO and really nailing down what you need. Then, you design the architecture and pick your tech. Next, and this part is absolutely crucial, you run a pilot project. Test it out with a non-critical workload so you can find and fix problems before they become huge headaches. Only then do you start the phased rollout, moving workloads over gradually. And finally, you have to realize it never really ends. It's all about continuous optimization, always monitoring, tuning, and planning for what's coming next.
And this is the key thing to remember about implementation. You don't try to do it all at once. Taking a methodical, step-by-step approach is your best insurance policy against failure. It minimizes disruption to the business, it lowers your risk, and it gives your team the breathing room they need to learn and make adjustments along the way. So we end up right back where we started, but now you have a complete framework to guide your thinking. The decision to build a private cloud for AI isn't just about the tech. It's about your company's strategy, your operational maturity, and your financial readiness. So looking at your own unique needs, your costs, and your capabilities, the real question is your organization truly ready for this journey?